Hello, welcome to the What About channel, and today we're going to talk about something incredible. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It helps us continue creating interesting content for you. Today, we're going to imagine the impossible. What would happen if Earth suddenly stopped spinning? So, let's imagine this situation. You wake up one morning, step outside, and everything seems just like it always is. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and life seems perfectly normal. But suddenly, scientists announce, Earth is no longer rotating. What happens next? Let's dive into the scientific side of things and explore how Earth's rotation influences life on our planet. Earth rotates around its axis at a speed of about 1,038 miles per hour at the equator. That's incredibly fast. To put it in perspective, this is faster than most commercial jetliners, which cruise at around 560 miles per hour. This rotation creates the cycle of day and night. And it also plays a huge role in the planet's overall balance. Without this motion, everything that depends on it, like our climate, ocean currents, and even gravity, would be drastically affected. But what would happen if Earth were stopped spinning suddenly? First, let's talk about inertia. Inertia is the tendency of objects to keep moving unless acted upon by an external force. So, if Earth were to suddenly stop spinning, everything on its surface, buildings, oceans, cars, and even the atmosphere, would continue moving at the same speed that the planet was rotating. This would lead to catastrophic events. The oceans, moving at about 1,038 miles per hour, would continue traveling across the surface, creating massive tsunamis that would flood coastal areas. These tsunamis would be far more destructive than any we've ever seen, washing over continents and reshaping coastlines in a matter of minutes. Cities and infrastructure would be swept away in a matter of seconds, and the human toll would be enormous. Additionally, the atmosphere, moving at the same speed as the Earth's surface, would wreak havoc. The winds would be incredibly strong, creating hurricanes stronger than anything we've experienced in modern history. These winds would be moving at speeds well beyond the speed of sound, causing devastation across the planet. Imagine buildings being torn apart by winds exceeding 750 miles per hour. The storms would be so intense that it's hard to even fathom the scale of destruction. If Earth were to stop spinning, our atmosphere and oceans would be thrown into chaos, with the Earth's surface being bombarded by these natural forces. Now, if Earth didn't stop abruptly, but instead gradually slowed down over a period of thousands or even millions of years, the changes would be less immediate, but still dramatic. Let's explore what that would look like. The most noticeable change would be the migration of water. Since the Earth's spin is responsible for the centrifugal force that pushes water outward from the center, this force would slowly diminish. As a result, the oceans would begin to move toward the poles. In this scenario, large portions of the equator would dry up, leaving vast desert regions, while the polar regions would experience a rise in sea levels, potentially flooding areas that were previously frozen. This shift would have significant consequences on global ecosystems, changing the distribution of life on Earth. With the cessation of the Earth's rotation, the day-night cycle would cease to exist. One side of the planet would be permanently exposed to the sun, becoming unbearably hot, while the other side would be in constant darkness and cold. The surface temperature on the day side could rise to 248 degrees Fahrenheit, creating a constant heat wave that would make it impossible for most forms of life to survive. Meanwhile, the night side could drop to minus 148 degrees Fahrenheit or even colder, turning into a frozen wasteland. These extreme temperatures would create an environment where only the most resilient forms of life might survive, and human civilization, as we know, it would cease to exist. The disruption of the Earth's rotation would also affect the atmosphere's circulation patterns. Normally, the Earth's rotation helps drive ocean currents and atmospheric circulation. This leads to a stable climate system with regular weather patterns. Without rotation, these currents would collapse, and weather systems would become far more erratic. Some areas would experience extreme heat, while others would remain frozen, creating a constant state of climate chaos. This could cause droughts, famines, and widespread destruction, making it nearly impossible for life to survive in the long term. Another consequence would be the loss of Earth's protective magnetic field. The Earth's magnetic field is generated by the movement of molten iron in its core, and it acts as a shield against harmful solar and cosmic radiation. This magnetic field is crucial for protecting life on Earth from radiation that could otherwise be deadly. Without the Earth's rotation, this magnetic field could collapse, leaving the planet exposed to dangerous radiation. This would lead to the degradation of the atmosphere, making Earth even more inhospitable to life. By the way, who knows which celestial body has the greatest influence on Earth's rotational speed? Write your answer in the comments, and I'll reveal the answer later. So, what would happen to humanity if Earth were to stop spinning? In the short term, we would be faced with unimaginable devastation. But in the long term, humanity would have to adapt. We might try to build cities on the side of Earth that remains in constant daylight or darkness. These cities could be designed to withstand the extreme temperatures of the New World. We could use advanced technology to create artificial environments where humans could live safely despite the extreme conditions outside. For instance, huge domes or underground cities might be built, offering protection from the uninhabitable surface. These artificial habitats would be supported by self-sustaining technologies like energy generation from solar power, advanced farming techniques, and water recycling systems. However, such a transition would take time and incredible resources. Another scenario could involve humanity finding a way to leave Earth and settle on another planet. Space exploration, which has made huge strides in recent years, could become humanity's new frontier. However, colonizing another planet is far from easy. Even if we could reach planets like Mars, creating a sustainable colony would be a monumental challenge. We would need to find ways to provide food, water, shelter, and energy, all while protecting against the harsh conditions of space and other planets. Human ingenuity and determination would be put to the test, but the question remains, would it be enough to ensure our survival? Interestingly, Earth is already gradually slowing down. The Moon's gravitational pull is causing Earth's rotation to slow by about 1.7 milliseconds per century. This might seem like a tiny amount, but over millions of years, this gradual slowdown could significantly affect the length of a day. In fact, billions of years from now, Earth could have days lasting much longer than the 24 hours we're used to. But don't worry, this is a process that will take an unfathomably long time to have any noticeable effects. There's no need to panic about Earth suddenly stopping its rotation. Even more fascinating, there are theories about how humanity could one day artificially control the rotation of the planet. Some scientists and engineers have speculated that, with the right technology, we might be able to change the speed at which Earth rotates. But how could we possibly do this? One idea is using massive amounts of energy, potentially by harnessing the gravitational forces of other planets or even artificially creating forces that would influence Earth's rotation. While this may sound like science fiction, the concept of manipulating planetary motion is not entirely beyond the realm of possibility. but whether it will ever happen in our lifetimes is uncertain. The question remains, if we could control the rotation of Earth, would it be for the better? Or would we risk making things even worse? The scenario of Earth's rotation ceasing, although highly improbable, serves as a reminder of the delicate balance that sustains life on our planet. It shows just how interconnected everything is, from the climate to the oceans to the Earth's magnetic field. If one of these systems were to collapse, the consequences for life on Earth could be devastating. So the big question, what if humanity could control Earth's rotation? Do you think it would be possible to achieve this feat? What consequences might we face if we tried? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.